Speaking of sketchy, Adam Levine, I feel like at this point, everyone has heard
Piece of shit.
You know what's funny? Well, it's not fun. The whole thing is very sad and not funny. So I'm sorry. That was. I use humor as a defense mechanism.
We all do.
The fact that like that girl Sumner posted that TikTok about Adam Levine. First off, I found that on my own without you, which is very shocking.
Wow.
Right?
Wait, yeah, you texted me, and I was like, oh my god, I know.
Yeah, and it's like, how would I know? It's like the one time
How
I was on
did you
TikTok
find out?
and it was like I heard the sound and I was like, Victoria's Secret Angel, what the hell? And I like clicked on the video and then I was like, and then I realized it was from like yesterday. I was like, oh my god, I'm early to this. Like, how? Not that that's a good thing, but I just like the second she started talking, I like believed everything she said. Like, I didn't for a second think like,
no,
oh, she's lying. I was like, oh my god, he's a cheating, like horrible person. Like, I hate him.
Wait, you believed that she thought that he wasn't actually married anymore?
No, not that part.
What'd you believe?
Like, no, just like the second she started talking about like having an affair with Adam Levine, I was like, yes.
Oh, you
like,
believed that it was true?
Yeah, like, you know, he's like kind of denying it and shit. Like, not for a second was I like, well, it could be photoshopped or like I feel like there's a million sides to every story and people try to like get fame or whatever. Right. I instantly jump on the bandwagon of like, I hate him. I can't believe he would do this. Like, what's wrong with him? Like, I don't consider any factors like maybe they're separated. Like, I don't think that way.
Wait, but I actually am the same exact way. Like, I didn't for a second doubt it.
Yeah, like I saw the video and I was like, okay, this is like, I know this to be 100% true. Like,
and I'm normally, what is it, guilty until proven innocent. So that makes sense.
Yeah, I guess that's probably why.
It checks out.
You know why? It's so easy to believe that a guy's gonna cheat on his wife. Right. That's what it is.
Dude, it's what is in the water or air? Like, everyone is cheating. Freaking, okay, spoiler alert with Bachelor Nation, but freaking Rachel gets proposed to Tino and then Tino cheats on her and like now they're not together. It's like, does marriage mean nothing anymore?
Does it mean nothing?
Honestly though, like, is monogamy canceled? Like, did I miss that message that monogamy wasn't cool anymore?
Monogamy is like just not in.
It's not in.
It's
like,
not cool.
Okay, well then monogamy is cool. Let's make monogamy cool again.
Monogamy rocks.
We're literally the two most monogamous creatures that have walked this planet.
I can barely pronounce monogamy and I still think it rocks. Like, what? Every listener we have is like, and we're done.
And
like,
we're done.
Maybe monogamy is not trendy right now. I don't really know what the deal is, but for those of you that don't know, by the way, and are listening being like, what's going on? So there is a TikToker / Insta
baddie
model, we'll call her
fake model,
a Insta model,
OnlyFans model.
Her name is Sumner.
Stupid name, might I add.
At first I was like, is it Summer, like Summer Rae, like, but like just spelled weird? But no, it's Sumner, right?
I like Summer. Yeah, it's Sumner.
What's her last name? I don't even know her last name.
Her last name is, I don't know how to pronounce it.
It doesn't matter, okay?
True.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Let's not give her the clout.
I'm kidding. I'm not, don't even have an issue with her. I don't know anything about this girl or the situation.
No, I have an issue with her, big time, but go on.
Okay, so Sumner, she posts a like 3-minute TikTok and she kind of just goes on there, like comes right out, the whole thing. And she's like, all right, I'm just going to get into it. And then she's like, I was having an affair with a husband of a Victoria's Secret Angel.
Red flag number 1.
I don't know why she didn't just say I was having an affair with Adam Levine. Everyone knows who Adam Levine is.
Right.
So that was
she had to throw in because it's her ego talking. Like, she had to throw in like, yeah, I'm sleeping with someone who's married to a Victoria's Secret model.
That's what it was? Okay, I was like, why wouldn't she say I was having an affair with Adam Levine? But she was trying to be like, like weird. I was having an affair with a man that's married to like one of the most beautiful women in the world, basically.
Yeah.
So she says that to start off, and I'm like so rattled because I'm like, wait a second, like, who is she talking about? At first I was like, there's only one person I know that's married to an angel, unless I'm like missing someone. And then obviously she's like Adam Levine, and she basically says how he slid into her DMs one day, or like they started like talking online via Instagram, and she posts like, so in this TikTok video she's describing this affair that they had. It lasted a year, and she posts like screenshots, like green screen
of him wanting to name his third child her name.
So she like posts screenshots, and it starts with like, there's one of him saying something like about how hot she is, and she's like, OMG, and like you can see like his handle, the verified like blue check mark and everything like that, which again, like I guess that stuff could be photoshopped, but it looked pretty legit. And she basically was just like showing their conversations, and she was like, I was manipulated by him. I was really young at the time, like taking advantage of, kind of playing the victim a little bit. And she was like, we had an affair. And then she like vaguely mentions how she ended it, like broke it off. And then she was like, this is how he re-entered my life, or tried to re-enter my life. And it was him messaging her being like, hey, so it was like so casual, like, hey, so we might be having another baby. If it's a boy, I was thinking of naming it Sumner, which is her name. Or she was like, I was thinking if it was a boy, naming it Sumner. Like, what do you,
like, dead serious? Like, are you okay
dead
with
serious?
that?
Like, are you okay with that? Like, asking if he can name his child with his wife after his mistress, which is so just bizarre,
Twisted.
And then she was basically like, yeah, like I wanted to come on here and just like, you know, admit to this because I was sharing. She's like, I kept this all information all to myself for like the year that the affair went on. But I was like confiding in a few of my friends who I thought I could trust. And one of them sold this
Do you believe
story
that?
to the tabloid. So I wanted to get ahead of it and have it come from my words so it didn't get like convoluted. And she was like, I know that there's a stigma surrounding like what I do and the type of like, you know, a girl my age getting involved with a married man. So I wanted to come from me. Like, I get it. Like, but not super empathetic, just kind of being like, yeah, like I get it. There's a stigma, blah, blah, blah. So anyway, she posts this TikTok, right? And everyone's like, what?
Yeah.
What the hell is going on? And I think there's obviously a few different types of people that are commenting. And the main thing that people are saying is they're like, dude, why are you on here trying to play the victim? Because she kept saying like, I was so young, I was being manipulated.
I just moved to LA.
I just moved to LA. I didn't know anyone. Like, I didn't really know. Like, I was manipulated, or like she was like, I was taken advantage of because of me not knowing anything because I had just moved to LA and I was like very like, what word did she use? Like impressionable, or like I just like moved to LA and didn't really know anything and like it just kind of happened and it all like just completely acting like she was like a child.
Right.
Meanwhile, I'm pretty sure this all happened 1 year ago.
Yeah.
Like people were looking at the timestamps of when the affair started. They were like, it was last year. Like she was acting like it was 5 years ago when she was like 18 or something. I'm
Right.
like, it literally happened
like,
last year.
You're an adult. You know, I don't know.
So anyways, so she was just saying, so a lot of people were like, why are you playing the victim? The only person that we feel sorry for is Beati, his wife, and his children, who you just like aired your dirty laundry with him and his wife and their whole family on TikTok with no remorse. And other people were like, we don't even know if we believe the fact that your friend was going to the tabloids and that you're trying to like just squash the story.
Right.
So there's all these people like debating, and then she made another video being like, because the other person was like, wait, you didn't even say sorry once. You didn't take any responsibility. You just were like, oh, it's his fault, not mine. I didn't do anything wrong. And she made another video being like, well, I should have probably explained that like I actually was under the impression that their marriage was over, and I just like, you know, I was just like manipulated into thinking that. I'm like, okay. But anyway, so she posts these videos and I feel like the internet just started going insane after.
Well, did you see his statement?
So he comes out with a statement.
Yeah, and what did he say? I have word for word. He said, he denies that he physically cheated. He said he crossed the line during a regrettable period in his life, and in certain instances, it became inappropriate. And then he goes on to claim that he used poor judgment in speaking with anyone other than his wife in any kind of flirtatious manner. Wow. Okay. So he did basically say that it's true, and I doubt that, you know, it was just, you know, words. Like I'm sure they did stuff.
Okay. Yeah. I almost feel like for him, he's like, how do I minimize?
Right.
Like, how do I minimize the amount of damage this is doing to my, actually not him, sorry, his publicist is probably saying, how do we minimize the amount of damage this is going to do to his career and to his reputation? And they're like, okay, so there's nothing we can do about the fact that she has in writing his words, right? Like his blue check mark is right there, pretty hard to deny, like it's right in front of our faces. But like, let's say there's no physical, like there's no proof of them ever like
being spotted together
or anything. So it's so easy for him. They're like, okay, we know what we'll say. We'll say that you were just flirting with her online and you made a bad judgment call. That way it's more forgivable than like a full blown affair.
Right. But I
don't buy that for a second.
No.
What Adam Levine is just like, what? Like, I'm just like picturing, so Adam Levine, just like the casual, like multimillionaire, singer songwriter, married to a Victoria's Secret angel. He's just like in bed, like flirting with someone. Like, no, he's not. And he's not.
The timeline really upsets me because like she's gonna be giving birth soon, so she's not even this baby. Like, it takes 9 months to have a baby. They've been having an affair for 12 months. Like, okay, not to like make me sound bad, but like it's one thing if like it was during the pregnancy, but to have it because like whatever, he might not want to touch his wife when she's pregnant, but like to start it before the pregnancy makes it even worse because it's like you were sleeping with someone else while going home to make a baby with your wife.
I think that
like that's worse.
I think that they're both bad.
No, they're horrible.
I think the pregnancy is worse. Your literally wife is going to bring your child into this world, and you are having an affair with someone else. Like, yeah. It's all bad, honestly.
It is.
Team monogamy.
Hashtag.
But I'm just like, I can't. We always say this. I feel like whenever there's a major like A-list couple like this, that feels like they've been together forever. Like, what, 8-year marriage, right? I feel like they've been like that, one of those staples in Hollywood, like Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds, that you're just like, all right, of all the shitty couples in Hollywood, like these people, like they made it, they've been together for so long, they're rock solid. And then when you hear a story like this, it kind of does break your heart a little bit. And you're like, is there any couple in Hollywood that isn't like there's just like this shit going on?
I feel like there's temptation everywhere in Hollywood, and only people with good character will survive. But did you see his Cosmopolitan interview?
No.
So they got married in 2014, but in 2009, there's an old interview that's resurfacing, basically where he shared his thoughts on infidelity, saying that, monogamy is not in our genetic makeup. Like, people cheat. I've cheated. And you know what? There's nothing worse than the feeling of doing it. So he, in 2009, literally admitted to being a cheater.
Okay.
So that's red flag number one. And then he says so he was 29 at the time of this interview. I don't know math, but like he's obviously much older now. He's saying there's nothing worse than the feeling of doing it, but he did it again.
Right.
So it can't feel that bad.
Yeah.
You must have no remorse.
I just think like, I don't know. I don't know what it is. It's just
like he doesn't feel guilty. I don't like if it feels like I've been guilty for things in my life, never for cheating, but guilty. And like, it's the most sickening feeling ever to like, you don't want to feel that ever again. Like, if you truly hate the feeling, if you can't stand it, like, you're not going to do it again. You're not going to make the same mistake twice.
I think some people are like addicted to the attention. Like, I feel like when I look at a celebrity, I think someone, and nothing against them, but like there's people that do it right and there's people that do it wrong, right? Like, just like anything. And I think some people who are celebrities are addicted to like the attention of like their fans and like the fame and stuff. And I feel like that can so easily like cross into like getting attention in other ways as well. It's like kind of like, again, I'm not generalizing all celebrities. I feel like I can see that being a thing, even if the guilty feeling is bad, like the addiction to that feeling
is even
right.
It outweighs
it. It's like a constant like battle. And I don't know. I don't know anything about their marriage. All I know is every time I'd watch a Victoria's Secret fashion show growing up and in high school and in college, and I'd always see Biotti like point over to him and he'd be in the stands and it was romantic. And I was like, this is true love. And I'm so happy. And I'm just hoping that, like, especially since whenever there's children involved, I'm hoping it's like a one-time thing. Part of me is like, usually where there's smoke, there's fire. And I'm guessing that this random Sumner Insta thought probably wasn't, sorry, I don't want to call her that. Like, I'm sure she's fine, but I'm hoping that this random Sumner girl is the only person, although there's a part of me that's like, I don't think so. Because like, why?
Right.
Like, who cheats on, I just...
Do you think that it was really her friends that leaked it? Or do you think she leaked it? Or do you think she told her friend to leak it?
It's like the best way to get famous.
I know.
5 seconds of fame.
Bad publicity is still publicity.
It's all publicity. I don't know.